Good evening, guys. As you are joining, don't forget you have to give this video a thumbs up. That is the first thing. Once you join, go and give it a thumbs up. I believe you guys have been in your class before. Audrey is the first person here today. You are welcome. My class captain, Grace, Big Eva, Ifeanyi, you are here. Uh, Fatima Husseini, you are welcome. Timothy Daniel, you are welcome. So, and Yetunde, you are welcome. Let's start. If you are here, you've not given this section a thumbs up, please go and do that. Today we'll be doing a lot of things, and I don't know how long I can stretch you guys tonight. I see that you've been reading in your group even before we start the class. So this is what we are going to do. Briefly, we'll be doing a whole lot of things. I want us to do a lot of readings tonight from what is happening currently in this ongoing exam. It's very obvious that none is now tough. They are not joking anymore. As a matter of fact, I will soon upgrade all our questions to the standard they are now using, because it seems those questions are already outdated. Although we are basically using these questions to read. If you see the system we have been using, you will notice that it's been all about reading and reading. We're just reading and reading and reading, and that makes sense. So when we want to start the real practice, we will try our best to use the updated questions. There are quite a lot of new questions that are bringing up, which are not part of the questions they have been using before. So don't be surprised. We have to stretch. The way we are stretching ourselves now, it's not like we don't know what we are doing. So please don't uh, don't joke with it. So we start tonight with just 105. I'm very sorry if you guys are feeling somehow with this me and just 105. I know why I'm always like this. You see, history and philosophy of science. Let me try to share my screen now so that we can, of course, probably do something. Let me share my screen. The reason why I'm always on this history and philosophy of science is that I know how notorious this course is and how it has mocked all the previous sections students that we've had. That was the main reason I said, okay, since this course is like this, we will do it more when we are doing our preparation, because the course is such a one that, goodness, it's always tough for those that are not in science department. For science students, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. They just need to read. They can relate to the issues being discussed in the material. But for those of you that are not in science, is the thing, the course is above your head. And you know why we say something is above your head? It means the course is totally new. The idea is totally different from yours, from all those ones that you are doing. You are just reading. You are just, the way you are doing in your own course, like Mark 111, Mark 113. Those ones is just reading. This one is science. So because your department is not science, so it's somehow hard. So all those in art, the mass failure we normally have in just 105 has always been in from those in the art class and the arts department rather, those in the social science and those that are not related to science at all. So let's start. You can see that our mock site has changed. Yes, we've updated the site to look nice, to provide more things and more fun for you. So the site is now looking more sweet and more presentable. Kudos to our IT department for that. They are doing a huge work at the back end. So let's start with GS 105 tonight. Please get set. Be ready to read and to answer questions. Be ready both to read and to answer questions. Those of you that have not started testing yourself yet, you are doing yourself. I will start updating those questions time to time. So make sure you are testing yourself on the mock site. That is the best way you can prepare for your exam. You would have exhausted almost all the possible questions before exam starts. Just log in sometime, answer 50 questions, see what you are. I know some of you are actually doing that already. You are doing yourself a very great favor. Now, I hope my screen is not small. Sorry, I think I need to attend to you guys in the chat box. Okay, Oluwafumi, you are welcome. Peter Gojim, Hazan, Tomilola Hazan, you are welcome. Ifeanyi, you are welcome. And who is there? All of you that are online, you are welcome. So let's get to work. We have a lot to do tonight, like I've said earlier. So this is History and Philosophy of Science, GST 105. And I always say it is that GST that is very notorious. So the instruction says we should read. Okay, let's leave all of this. We don't need them. I think 60 minutes is okay. So let's start exam since we are using okay, so this one now is giving us 50 questions. Fine. So we have a lot to do tonight. So please guys, let's be serious. What was Aristotle's preferred method of investigation? Okay, I think I'll need to zoom it in a bit, right? It's like, I think it's better. Once you are able to see it better, let me know. Once you're able to see it better, let me know. I'll try to zoom it a bit so that you get it from your end there. Okay. So the question says, what was Aristotle's preferred method of investigation? Is the answer obvious? Is Madam Obvious here tonight? She's not here. I think she's busy these days. But God's power is here. And I think Sadiq is the first person that is giving us an answer. And he said observation. Who is going with Sadiq? You know, the man Aristotle is that man that believes that when you want to investigate something, you observe through the sense of sight. You look at what, like if you want to study how rats lives now, how they do in their own world, you can just try to get some rats, put them in a room, and watch them by observing their behaviors. That is the method Aristotle believe we can use in investigation. So when you want to investigate the matter, you will use, okay, Madam Obvious is here, welcome. So you use observation. I think I will go with Sadiq. Since majority are already going with Sadiq, we're having A everywhere. So let's just go with him. So question 1 is done. And in question 2, which scientist in the course material regretted the disaster caused by the atomic bomb and urged scientists to prevent the use of annihilating weapons? Now, this is a direct question from the question bank. This is one of Non's question. They may not ask you this semester, but this question is in the question bank. So, who was that in the material? I think it's time to read. But before we read, can someone help me with the meaning of the word annihilating? What does it mean? The word I highlighted here. Kindly help us look for the meaning while we go to the material to look for the person that regretted the disaster caused by, you know, there was a time they used atomic bomb they were using it for war. So I think when it was produced, there was a man, one of the scientists, that regretted the the result of using the atomic bomb. So we want to check who was that man. Oh, somebody is saying I should zoom it in more. Okay, I will try to do that. Let's see what we get if I zoom it one more time. Although it's visible here, I'm checking on my own phone too. But if your own phone is smaller than mine, let's see. Okay, would this make sense? I think this is too big now because we'll not be seeing all the options at the same time. Let's just maintain the former position. So Fatima, I'm sorry, you need to, maybe you should tilt your phone, change the view to landscape. It will be bigger like that because this one is not giving us a perfect thing. Is so we should be able to see our question on a single page. Okay, so Ifeanyi said annihilating means completely destroy or wiping out something so that nothing remains. Thank you. And then every other persons, they are also supporting that. To reduce to nothing by Madam Naomi, Sadiq Miriam, wiping out totally. Thank you. Then somebody said destroying, according to Akinola Kadri. So I think that person gave us a synonym. Akinola Kadri, are you a male or a female? So let's go to the material and read, guys. We need to read where they got this question from. I'm interested in where they got this question from. So let's try to read something from that part and get a new, or let's upgrade our knowledge. Let us upgrade our knowledge on that. Okay, I think my screen is now visible. We can now read. The physicist who had worked on the bomb and other defense projects were among the most active. Einstein, a pacifist, regretted the disaster caused by his brainchild, the atomic bomb. Before his death on 18th April 1955,